Hi dreamers, this is Miss Alma from Miss Alma Motivates. Just coming to you today with a quick message. I have some things that are in my heart that I need to share with you all. I went home this past week to visit my aunt who passed away while I was there. And if you have read my book, 28 Days to Breaking the Cycle, Learning How to Dream Again, then you know how I feel about my Aunt Carol, who was there for my mom while she was on her deathbed. She cared for her, she cared for us, and I will always feel indebted to her for that. But she passed away and we buried her this past week. And while I was there, while I was home, hell broke loose about my book. My mom's side of the family, I have some that are very proud that I have shared my story, and I have a group that feels as if they have been exposed. And I get that. Because to admit, to say that you have been abused, that you have been raped, that you have been molested, especially by a family member, almost feels as if, you're stripping naked in front of people. But at the same time, for me, it's very freeing because I get to help someone else who has been or is going through the same thing. But they feel as if I have exposed them. Mind you, my book has 17 chapters and a closing, and they have only read the first 6 chapters, which is very unfair to my book and to me, but I get it. They're not ready to face that pain, and I totally understand that, because there was a time where I also went through that stage in life where I was not ready I could not speak out about it. I couldn't even say the words rape and molestation, to say that was so painful, but now I'll tell my story. I'll say the words rape, molestation, and abuse till the cows come home, As long as it's helping someone else, I'm strong enough to do that, but they haven't gotten to that point yet, and I can only pray that they do. I realize that I'll say this. It was confirmed that the cycle only continues when you have victims who won't speak out, and when you have people, adults, who won't validate victims who have been raped and molested, especially by family members. The subject is so taboo still, even to this day, and I don't see how it could be, but I understand it to a certain extent. So I'm coming to you today. Maybe you have been abused, maybe you know someone who's been abused, and if that is the case, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that it happened to you. I apologize to you, and I validate you, and I want you to know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I don't care what the circumstances were. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I don't care whether you were a child, an adult, preteen, whatever. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that someone took what was yours. That someone forced their power over you. Please know that. Please know that. The quicker you can get that into your spirit, into your mind, into your heart, into your soul, the quicker the healing process can begin for you. And if you have people who are telling you that it is your fault and that you're wrong for saying something, know that you're not wrong and it's not your fault, and they in fact are wrong. Because if they will go so far as to say that you are wrong for saying what happened to you, or that it is your fault, then that means that they validate the abuser and not you. So I wish every woman, child, man who has been abused was in front of me right now, where I could pour the love that's in my heart on you and just give you a hug and let you know that it's okay, It's okay, to admit that, hey, that happened to me. I was raped, I was abused, I was molested by a family friend, a family member, someone I didn't know. It's okay to admit that. And the quicker you can admit that, the quicker the healing process can begin for you. So, if you know someone, if you yourself have been abused, again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I pray that you find the courage to admit it, to forgive the person who did it. And that takes, my God, that takes the strength of God to do. Because to forgive that person would almost feel as if you're validating what they did to you, but it doesn't. It frees you from the power that they have over you so that you can move on with your life. And I also pray that you have the courage to forgive yourself, because when something terrible like that happens, the victim tends to take on the weight of the shame and the guilt and make it their own, and I get that too, but again, it's not your fault, so forgive yourself, and then forgive those people who are denying you and what happened to you, and realize that it may have happened to them, and that's the way they deal with it, by just living their lives in denial, but eventually that pain becomes cancerous, not only to them but to everyone connected to them, and it erupts like a volcano if you don't face it, if you don't be honest with yourself about it, So if you know someone, or if someone connected to you has experienced that pain of being raped, molested, or abused, please share this video. Connect with me on Facebook at Miss Alma Motivates. You can leave a comment below, or connect with me via email at info@missalma.com. Again, I want you to know that it's not your fault, and I apologize if the abuser has not apologized to you, if no one else has apologized to you, then I'm doing it. I am stepping forth and saying I'm sorry that it happened, and that I love you, and that you can live a fulfilling life even after that pain. Have a good day, dreamers. Bye.